What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol BGFV for Big Five sporting goods companies. On the left-hand side, we're looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, we have the 30-minute intraday time frame. This will be something that we haven't covered yet on the channel, so let's start off by mapping out obvious areas of support and resistance. Then we'll drill down to the intraday 30-minute chart to discuss, some more nuance here. So some quick things that I'm seeing, just mapping out areas that to me seem like areas of interest. We'll adjust that down a little lower, and then there's a floor way down here towards $20.60. Not saying that that will be in play, but that's kind of the line in the sand, really, to the downside there. The next thing I'm noticing from the daily perspective is if we look at volume down below, it's certainly been increased over the last 3 or so days. Maybe you want to call it 5 days here, and that does strike me as a healthy thing whenever you're looking at a solid move to the upside. Let's now shift the focus over to the 30-minute intraday time frame, see if we got the levels right. Is there anything we're missing? And I would argue we did a pretty darn good job just based on the daily, right? You can clearly see that this is where the move originated from here at 24.46. Boom, got to move higher. On the pullback, it did resist here. We also got a little bit of support there at 27.32. Makes sense technically. And then here we also have this 29.44, and the close is also kind of in line with some prior resistance from that grouping of candles right there. The first thing I want you to consider is today's close. Was it strong? Was it weak? How was the movement essentially on today's trading session? So if we take out our Fibonacci's and go from the, essentially what we're going to do actually is go from, let's start from down here. And we'll go to the high of the first initial place where we topped out. And you can clearly see on the pullback, we never even got close to the 38.2, which is the first blue line here. Instead, nice sideways consolidation, high and tight underneath the high of day, led to a nice end of day breakout here into the closing bell. So what we'll do now is go from the low all the way on up to the high, just to get a sense of where the 38.2 is from this perspective. And it's just at the 30 round psychological number. So what we'll do is just map this out. I would argue if you prefer to keep a cleaner chart and not have so many levels, the number to really watch is just this 29.50 area, because that's essentially where the breakout stemmed from, and it's also prior daily structure from in here. So again, if you only want to have one level, that's the one to watch. But if you really want to watch for the most bullish outlook, you would watch for consolidation to happen above 30 and then a breakout higher. Now, don't get me wrong, I can see what's going on here. Technically, we will be opening on a very small gap up about 75 cents. That could change by the time 9:30 rolls around. So if we open on a gap up, watch for the gap to fill underneath, simply due to the nature of the extension and what's going on here, okay? So watch for the gap to fill and then be on the lookout for a potential reversal. What that might look like would be like what we had on Tuesday morning, right? So if you watch for the first move lower, watch for support to come in around today's high, or there's just this 31.83 area, and then the run to ensue into the afternoon. That would be the first thing and the first inclination that I would watch for here in the Big Five. The next thing that I would sort of advise you to do is, if you're not already long, then probably just wait for a pullback, wait for some market structure to build out. Think about it. And we talked about this in another video today. If you're buying up here, who has the capability to sell to you? Basically anyone who is long from in here, long from in here, even into the end of the day on, yesterday, which of course was Wednesday. Those people have the ability to sell to you, and you would be buying the top if you blindly went in long. So in terms of a risk-friendly entry right now, I'm just not seeing it. I would need to see some sort of consolidation here to lead to a breakout that I would want to participate in with a risk-friendly stop that could go under consolidation lows, or the 30 whole dollar, the 38.2 from the Fibonacci perspective, as we just discussed. Of course, we are going to favor upside continuation simply due to the nature of the volume that's supporting the move higher here. We just want a risk-friendly entry, so we're waiting and being patient for some type of pullback. If we do get the breakout, as we know, the target is here at 35.35 and then the all-time high at 37.75. So if you enjoyed today's video, if you enjoyed the perspective, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.